Gary is sitting at a conference table. Coffee cups, laptops, the low hum of a Monday morning. He says something. A thought. Quiet. Clear. Nobody turns. The conversation moves forward, like the air simply absorbed his words and closed back over them. He doesn't argue. He doesn't leave. He just sits there, and somewhere inside his chest, something registers, something that has no name. You know that feeling. Not the dramatic kind. Not a door slammed. Not a cruel word thrown across a room. This one is quieter and somehow worse. Someone looked through you, and your body, not your mind, your body felt it like a bruise. You told yourself it was nothing. You moved on. Maybe made a joke about it later. But something in you kept the score, and here's what nobody told you. It was supposed to. In 2003, a scientist named Naomi Eisenberger put people inside a brain scanner. She didn't show them anything violent. She didn't give them anything painful. She made them feel left out. A simple computer game. 3 players passing a ball, and then, without warning, the other 2 stopped passing it to you. That was it. That was the whole experiment. And what lit up inside the brain was extraordinary. The same region, the same neural pathway, the same biological alarm system that activates when you break your arm, or burn your hand, or take a punch to the face, it activated. For a ball game, for being left out of something that didn't even matter. Eisenberger called it social pain. But that name almost undersells it, because what she actually proved was that your brain does not distinguish between a physical wound and a social one. To your nervous system, being ignored is an injury. Think about that for a moment. Every time someone walked past you without acknowledging you, your brain filed a damage report. Every time you said something and nobody responded, your nervous system rang an alarm. Every time someone looked through you, like you weren't standing there, your body kept the score. And it did this for a reason that goes back much further than that conference room, much further than school hallways and unanswered messages and conversations that moved on without you. It goes back to when being ignored could actually kill you. Your ancestors didn't live in offices. They lived in small tribes, 20, 50, 100 people at most. And in that world, being ignored wasn't awkward. It was dangerous. If your tribe stopped acknowledging you, you were being pushed out. And being pushed out meant one thing. You were alone, in the wild, without protection, without food. You died. So your brain evolved the most powerful alarm system it could build. It made social pain physical, because physical pain gets your attention. Physical pain makes you stop. Physical pain forces you to change something before it's too late. Psychologist John Cacioppo spent decades studying what rejection does to the human body. What he found wasn't just emotional damage. He found inflammation, disrupted sleep, a weakened immune system, a body under genuine threat. Your brain was not being dramatic when it hurt after that meeting. It was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Here's what nobody tells you. That pain was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to move you. Think about physical pain for a moment. When you touch something burning, you don't stand there and process it. Your hand pulls back before your brain consciously decides anything. The pain is not the problem. The pain is the signal. And social pain works exactly the same way. When your tribe ignored you, the pain wasn't punishment, it was information. It was your brain saying, something here needs to change. Move closer, try harder, rebuild the connection, because your life depends on it. Researcher Nathan DeWall at the University of Kentucky found something extraordinary. People who had been socially excluded didn't shut down. They became more attuned, more sensitive to social cues, more aware of faces, expressions, tone of voice. Your brain after rejection is not broken. It is sharpened. That meeting where nobody heard you, your nervous system didn't file it as a failure. It filed it as a lesson. Every person who ever looked through you made you more perceptive. more emotionally intelligent, more attuned to the people around you than someone who has never felt that specific kind of invisible. The ones who have been ignored see everything. Think about the people you know who read a room the best, the ones who notice when someone goes quiet, who catch the shift in someone's tone before anyone else does. Ask them sometime. Chances are, they didn't grow up feeling endlessly seen, endlessly heard, endlessly included. They grew up knowing exactly what it feels like when nobody turns. There is a person in your life right now who has felt what happened in that room. Maybe it was a dinner table, maybe it was a group chat that went silent the moment they joined, and they carried that for years sometimes, not knowing that their nervous system was quietly building something. Every ignored message, every conversation that moved on without them, every room where they spoke, and the air just closed back over their words. It was all data, filed, stored, sharpened into something remarkable. The most emotionally intelligent people walking this earth are not the ones who were always chosen. They are the ones who learned to watch, carefully, quietly, because they had no other choice. Remember that morning, Gary at that table, coffee going cold, 7 people in the room, and somehow, not a single one of them there. That feeling you recognized the moment you saw it. You didn't recognize it because you read about it somewhere. You recognized it because your body kept that score too. Every room that moved on without you, every voice that got absorbed by the air, every moment you sat exactly where Gary sat, wondering if you were even visible. You were visible. Your nervous system made absolutely sure of that. It took every one of those moments, and it built something with them, quietly, patiently, without asking your permission. It built the part of you that notices everything, the part that catches what others miss, that understands without being told. That is not a wound you are carrying. That is a map of every room you ever learned to read. And the next time you walk into a room, and something in your chest registers before your mind catches up, that is not your anxiety talking. That is every version of you that ever sat at that table, finally being heard.